How's it going, everybody? Dylan here, back with another episode of the Bobo Buzz podcast. As always, I'm joined here with my wife, Stacey.
Hey, guys. Episode 2. We made it.
We've made it. Yep.
We made it through episode 1. Speaking of that, y'all showed out. It was awesome. How cool was hearing all the feedback from episode 1?
It was really cool. We got all kinds of texts and messages and posts and all sorts of stuff. We were overwhelmed with the amount of support that we got for the first episode.
That we never expected. I mean, which was super cool because as we told y'all during episode 1, we were traveling to Arkansas. So we got to drop it. Was it a day early?
I think it was one day early. Yeah.
So we dropped it. We left it like 5 that morning and it went live at 6. So we got to listen and then we got to start hearing all of y'all's feedback while we were on the road, and it kept us very entertained.
Very much so.
During our trip. So it was fantastic. I want to thank y'all for listening because we expected, like we said, 3 people to listen.
And I think we're close to like 400 views across all the platforms right now. So we're very, very thankful and excited for the future episodes. So
and all of the interaction on our Facebook page has been so much fun.
Yes.
I have loved how much fun that is.
Yep, getting to post about just life in general, and then talking about the podcast, and
I feel like we haven't been able to be completely open on our Facebook page because we've been holding a couple secrets from y'all. Well, if you follow us personally, you already know, but we've been holding a couple secrets because a lot has happened since our last episode.
Yes, we know the gender of baby B now.
Yes. Are we just gonna
just say it?
Pop it off and tell them?
Yep.
It's a girl. I got my wish. It's a girl, y'all. I'm so excited.
Yep. Stacey was so set that it was going to be a boy, but I said from the beginning it was going to be a girl.
Yeah, Dylan kept telling me, he was like, "It's a girl. It's a girl. Don't even think about it. It's a girl." But I was convinced it was a boy, and that would have been okay. I keep telling him that would have been okay. He thinks I'm lying.
She can say what she wants. she says one thing, but her face says another. So,
but y'all, I was so convinced that it was a boy that when we did the gender reveal, I didn't even believe I saw pink. Like, I made myself see blue in the beginning. So when it turned pink, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, she was definitely in shock whenever the balloon popped and it was pink confetti coming out.
I could not believe it. So, well, we was going to talk about our trip to Arkansas, but let's go ahead and talk about the gender reveal because I feel like we've already went into that, and then we'll backtrack to Arkansas and how we got to where we was at.
Yeah, for sure.
So last Saturday?
Yes,
a week ago.
Last Saturday night.
So we're recording on Sunday, and this is going to come out on Wednesday, but we're recording on Sunday. So a week ago, our families threw us a nice, small, intimate gender reveal with 80 of her.
I wish you could see her face right now because we always say that we're small, but we have a very large family and a very good group of friends and everything. So we had 72 of our closest friends and family here at the house for our gender reveal.
It was amazing. It was wonderful. My mom and dad and his mom and dad had some confetti poppers, and then my friend Wendy and Michaela blew us up a huge balloon, filled it full of pink confetti, and let us pop that. And
glitter.
And glitter. Lots of glitter.
Yeah, glitter was everywhere.
Dylan's favorite thing is glitter. And when you're married to a boutique owner and crafter, you see lots of glitter.
It's on everything, and it stays stuck to everything.
It's his favorite thing to clean up. So every time this is completely off the subject, but every time he like loads and unloads the trailer for us, it's glitter central.
Yep, I'm just covered in it from head to toe. It's just everything I touch, it just turns into glitter.
So I had this fantastic idea, and I ordered the big black balloon that said he or she, and it came with pink and blue confetti, but it was just one little pack. So when it come in, I thought that's never going to work.
That's not going to work for us. We have to go over the top. So we're going to get some more and really pump the balloon full of everything.
So I ordered a whole big bag of glitter, one pink, one blue, another big bag of confetti that was supposed to be biodegradable, which was not.
It's not. It crumbles up like paper when it gets wet, but it does not go anywhere. I don't know where this biodegradable tag is from.
So I had Wendy and Michaela to fill the balloon with the right color confetti and glitter, and it was so heavy. I had them to put so much stuff in it. It was so heavy that it wouldn't even stand up with a helium. So it was
sinking down helium. That's how heavy the balloon was.
But it was awesome. It was awesome. our friends and family counted us down from 5, and my dad's popper went off first. Well, I don't know that his went off first, but his was the first thing I could see. And it came out pink, and I was like, was that pink? And then a split second later, Dylan busts a balloon. And of course, then I knew for sure it was pink. And you'll have to watch in the video. I mean, it's just pure shock. Could not believe it. It was awesome.
Oh, the look on her face is priceless. She is just so excited. She was not expecting it at all.
Not at all. Even in the ultrasound when we was in Arkansas, we told the ultrasound tech we didn't want to know, so she put it in an envelope for us. But she called it a he twice. Dylan didn't catch it, and I was like, it's a boy.
I was just focused on the screen. I was just watching the baby tumble around on the ultrasound. I didn't even hear anything she said. But.
Yeah. So I was convinced it was a boy. I had already made myself I just knew it was a boy. So when it was pink, it was amazing. It was
complete
awesome.
shock. Like I said, we'll post some pictures and videos and stuff on the Facebook page. And
I know I've been wanting to post them to show everybody, but I didn't want to post them till we dropped the episode, just in case some of them didn't follow us personally and didn't know. I didn't want to give it away before we got the chance.
Yeah, so you guys can listen to the episode and then go back and start seeing the posts pop up on the page and maybe on YouTube too.
Yeah, you gonna upload them to there? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, we'll get them uploaded there. Yeah, huge thanks to our friends Wendy, Michaela, Dallas, family who brought food. We had an amazing time. Everybody who came, it was so much fun. So we had talked in episode 1 that we were having a deck built, and they got that done. So we was able to let the kids use the pool. Just made a whole night of it. It was a blast. Yeah,
we couldn't have done without everybody that contributed to the party and everything like that. So we're very thankful and blessed to have
we are so
have
blessed.
That group of friends for sure.
So blessed. I was excited too because we had told y'all before we just moved. So many of our friends and family hadn't seen our house, and we got to show it off and give tours and let everybody see what we've been talking about for the past year.
Yeah, it's kind of like a 2-in-1.
It was housewarming.
Yep, housewarming party / gender reveal for Baby B. So I guess we can stop saying Baby B too.
I know, we have a name now. Kind of like I can quit calling it a it and call it a she.
Yep. Her name is going to be Charlie K.
Love it.
CHARLEY.
Yes.
And then K.
KAY. Absolutely love it. It's perfect, y'all. It's absolutely perfect. It has so much meaning behind it for actually both of us.
Both sides.
It couldn't have come any easier.
No.
But my cousin Derek passed away 10 years ago, and his middle name was Charles. And so Charlie was special to me for that. And then my mom's middle name is Kay, and my nanny's name was Kay. So that just kind of hit all of the marks for what I wanted out of a name.
And my mom's name is Chardell. So, Charles, Chardell. So it all kind of wraps around and
your mom
has
said
a lot
that
of meaning.
When she was little, people called her Charlie.
Yep.
That some people called her Charlie. So I think that's so cool that we was able to kind of incorporate something that meant everything to both of us and get some of the most important people in our lives.
Definitely. I always have that reminder.
Love it.
With her name. So
absolutely love it. Still
looking at December 24th is the due date. So Christmas baby. But
oh my gosh.
We'll just kind of see. We'll see if she goes earlier or not.
Now y'all's made me cry. Which isn't hard to do. I'm sitting over here tears. I cry on demand if anybody doesn't know. I'm easy. Sorry. But yeah, so excited. Yeah, December 24th. So it looks like we're going to be spending Christmas in Arkansas.
Yep. Looks like one way or the other we will be down that direction for Christmas.
Yeah, a couple weeks. Gonna get a little mini vacation out of it.
Yeah. We'll always make the most of it. We always try to. Anyway,
That's right. Yes, so. Definitely. I
guess we can talk about the appointment.
Yeah.
How the appointment went
Let's
down
tell
there.
them. Oh, first we got to talk about your mom and Mike at the gender reveal.
Okay.
Because this is what we told her. She stole our thunder.
Yes, and this will definitely be part of the video that's posted everywhere for sure.
I think it should go viral.
So she was talking about Randall. His popper went off just before I popped the balloon. Well, all of our parents, they all had their own popper, and they were all going to try to do it at the same time as we did the balloon. So we would gear up, everybody else's popper goes off, everything's good, we're excited, we're celebrating. Well, my mom's does not go off. And at that point, she's already seen that it's pink, it's a girl, she's excited, jumping up and down. And the best way I can describe it is if you took a can of Coke and you went outside and you shook it really hard, it's eventually going to pop. Well, so she continues to do this, holding this popper and jumping up and down and slinging it. And it's kind of like the thing where, you don't point a loaded gun at anybody. Well, she's just like, throwing her hands up and excited. Well, the popper goes off, and Mike, he's standing right next to my mom, and he gets, we'll just call it collateral damage.
Oh my
It goes
gosh,
off right in his face.
Right in his face. I had my back to him. I was hugging Dylan, so I didn't see it. But when I go back and watch the video, Dylan, you were terrified. I could tell, you thought he was gone.
I thought he was hurt. I really did. I mean, it wasn't just like one of these little baby poppers that you see that you give kids, and they have 3 little strands of blue or pink at the end of it. I mean, this is like a high powered
cannon.
Yeah, it's like a cannon, and it shoots a projectile out of it to bring all the confetti out with it. Well, it hits him right in the mouth. I mean, just right in the mouth.
The best was, though, then his niece Kellen went back and took the video and done the oh no from TikTok. She made a video out of it and put the oh no behind it. It is hilarious. I mean, luckily he wasn't hurt and we can laugh about it. And he's even poked fun at it himself now. He posted it on his own Facebook, and he was talking about that he was, what did he say, he was part of the fail army?
Yeah, he's hoping he can go viral and kind of go like America's Funniest Home Videos with it.
It was great.
At least something positive to come out of it. See,
besides a busted lip.
Besides a busted lip and a blow to the ego.
We told her she stole our thunder because everybody was worried about Mike instead of
you can tell which part
about Charlie.
Yeah, which part they skipped to in the video is definitely not the balloon popping. It's the projectile hitting Mike in the face. But.
And then I forgot too. So we got everybody that was at the reveal together for one big group picture. And we wanted to get a picture to be sure to send it to birth mom just so she could see how loved Charlie already is. And we haven't told anybody her name, so we're so excited. And Dylan and me are standing there, and he goes, on 3, I'm going to tell everybody to say Charlie K. And so Wendy and them are counting down. They're like, 3, 2, 1. And Dylan goes, everybody say Charlie K. Nobody even paid the least bit of attention to us.
Nope.
He didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah, the loudest part was, I guess, we heard it, and that was it. Yeah. It just went one ear out the other.
And him screamed it.
Everyone else is just talking after, so what are you going to name her? What's the name going to be? We're like, well, I just told everybody. I just screamed it out. And I even checked to make sure everybody could hear me. I said, hey, can everybody hear me right now when I'm talking?
Nobody even paid the least bit of attention. But, when you're trying to wrestle 70-something people around, I guess things get lost in the communication. That's what we can say anyways. More so than they just wasn't listening to us at all.
Oh, yeah.
But it was a good time. It was so much fun. It was so nice to have everybody here. My friend Deborah came in from out of town. Dylan's grandmother came in from out of town. Yes. His sister.
Yeah, I had all kinds of family, actually, from Illinois to Marion, all over the place. So.
Yeah, Lexington.
Yep.
So that was awesome. My mom did barbecue. His mom did some of the sides and finger foods. My friend Dallas brought a charcuterie board. Y'all, if we get together, we're going to eat. You can promise that we're going to eat, and we're going to eat well. So we had a big meal, popped the balloon, had some swimming. Everybody got to see the house. It was just an amazing time. So I loved every minute of it, especially after being out of town and just getting home and
getting to celebrate with everybody.
Yes, because emotions were so high.
Because when we went to the appointment and everything, of course, we didn't find out. Everyone can tell you what they think, but we did not know.
We did not know.
Before the before all the the thing with the podcast and the gender reveal and everything. We didn't know anything before that. We kept it all sealed up, and
we did good. I was proud of us.
Yeah, we kept it sealed
in the trunk of my car,
far away from where there's no wandering eyes. So
didn't take it into the hotel room, so we was not tempted. Put it in my suitcase when we carried our luggage out the next day. So it was sealed up in my suitcase. And when we got home, before we even came home, we dropped it off at Wendy's. So we did not look. She said we had the lady put a sticker on it so we couldn't open it without them knowing. But Wendy said we could have peeled it open, that she messed with it. But no, we did not.
Did not happen.
She tried to throw us off. She called it a he to me before the gender reveal. Dylan said she sprinkled some blue glitter. Did you say you saw blue glitter?
Yeah, over there next to where we were going to stand, she had sprinkled some blue glitter to throw us off. So
like
at that point, I knew exactly that it was a girl. I could just. I knew it from that point.
I knew
so.
she said in the basement that they purposely sprinkled pink and blue around like they had messed it up so we wouldn't know which one was which.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was so much fun. And like I said, coming back from our trip, it was so emotional and just so, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. It was
Just kind of surreal. Like,
yeah,
because it hadn't really sank in to me yet. I knew we had all the process going with baby B and all that stuff, but seeing the ultrasound and hearing the heartbeat and everything like that, it really kind of set in that
this was it.
this is it. This is happening.
Yeah.
So it kind of all kind of came together, and then having everybody here to find out the gender with everybody else, it's just, I can't even really describe the feeling. So
I can't.
It's definitely a God thing.
Yes.
So.
And how blessed we are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was just telling Dylan today, I was working at the restaurant and so many people that was in calling me over to their table and congratulating us and hugging on me and loving on. Just people have showered us. I mean, they have just surrounded us with love, and it's just been amazing.
It really has. But.
Y'all are the best. Y'all are definitely our tribe. Keep us going. That is for sure.
So I guess we can kind of circle back to the actual appointment of us going up there.
So this is what I was most excited to talk about and kind of share with everybody, because it was so cool. It was just an amazing experience.
It was a neat experience. We went up there. It's like, what, 7.5 hours or something like that. So we got up there and met her pretty quick, actually.
Yeah, we checked into our room and like dropped our stuff off and then went straight over to her. She wanted us to come to her house, which I was excited. That gave a little bit of time for the nerves to settle before we went to the doctor.
Yeah, I told Stacey if I wasn't here, how would she handle walking up to the door? And she goes, I'd probably walk up there and walk back to the car a couple times. And I said,
you'd still be standing there today.
And I just told her, I said, here's a way to get over that real fast. You just walk up there and you just knock
immediately.
I
was shaking so hard, I think I blacked out. And Dylan just walked up, knocked on the door like we were going to our best friend's house.
Yeah, it's just another day on the job. It's just, got to knock on doors all day long. So
I told him, I said, if you hadn't have been with me, I would probably still be standing back there waiting to knock on the door, or sitting back in the car crying, driving around the neighborhood, like trying to get my nerve up.
But tell me what you said once the door opened, though.
My nerves went away. She instantly, when the door opened, she reached out and just gave me the biggest hug. And I knew then everything was okay. I knew that everything was going to be
kind of
right.
brought you back to earth a little bit.
Kind of just, it settled my nerves completely. And she helped me more than I helped her. Let's just say that. She kind of took the reins on making me feel way better. And she just brought us into her home and just made us a part of her family instantly.
Yep.
It was amazing.
It really was. It was a nice time. And of course, but then we went to the appointment later on with her. It was the next day, wasn't it?
No, it was.
Or was it the same day?
Yeah, it was
okay.
Right.
Same day, yeah. So we went up there with the appointment, and there's a little bit of a language barrier. So
I don't know that we've actually told on here that she's from the Marshall Islands. She's Marshallese. So yeah, there's a little bit of language barrier. She speaks English, but
yes, but there's still some things that we have a hard time getting across. No problem. But we drive in separate cars to go to the appointment, and we let them lead, which is fine. I mean, so because I didn't know where I was going. I wasn't familiar with the area or anything, and they've been there several times already. So let them lead. Well, we go through for a couple of green lights, and everything's good. Well, then we approach a red light, and it's yellow turning red. Well, I'm not going,
but they did.
They decided they were going, so they continued on, leaving us lost and not knowing where we're supposed to go. So, what do you think? 25, 30 minutes later,
I pull up our adoption agreement on the email that I had, and I find the address to what I think is the doctor's office we're going to. Yeah, we get there, and 25 minutes later they show up. They had been driving back around looking for us.
Yeah, they were looking for us, but we couldn't call them because we communicate through Facebook Messenger. She didn't have Wi-Fi at the time, so we couldn't call her to tell them just to come on to the place. So,
but how sweet was it the next day when she messaged us and told us her favorite thing about our trip was the car race that we had?
Yeah, she really enjoyed the car race.
I was like, well, I thought it was more like a hide and seek game, but
It's more like a car version of hide and go
I'm
seek.
I'm proud you had a good time because I was flipping out that she wasn't coming to her appointment.
Yeah, we were nervous that we were either at the wrong spot or they went to the wrong spot or something because it was getting close to time. And if you know me, I'm like, I like to be there
If you're
early.
not 30 minutes early, you're late.
Yeah, yeah. So that's how everything kind of
Which,
started.
off that subject too, let's talk about how that works in our marriage.
So let's say you have an 8:00 appointment
What?
to be 8:00 appointment to be somewhere. When are you leaving?
How long does it take to get there? Are we going to Paducah or are we
Let's
going
say
to
we're
Benton?
let's say we're going to Murray, which in comparison to everybody listening to the podcast, that is
20 minutes.
20 minutes. Let's say 20 minutes.
I'm leaving my house at 7:40.
She's
Maybe 7:45.
yeah. So she's leaving less time to even theoretically get there. And I've left at 7:15.
Well, okay, let's say this. Dylan has to be at work at 6 a.m. and it takes 15 minutes to get to Calvert. 20 minutes.
It takes long. Yeah, 20
20
minutes.
minutes to get to Calvert. What time do you leave the house?
I leave the house at 5:20.
And you get to work before I would even leave the house to go to work.
I get to work at 5:43.
5:43, y'all.
5:43. It's like clockwork.
It really is.
That leaves plenty of time. Listen, I'm 25 years old. I've been driving for what would that make it?
9 years.
9 years, right? Okay, 9 years. Well, I've had 5 flat tires, okay? It happens. Everyone always jokes about it, like how many flat tires could you possibly have? 5 in 9 years. So I'm batting pretty close to, 1,000 with that. So
My granddad gives him the hardest time over this. Papa's like, well, how many times have you had to change your tire on the way to work every day?
and I go, as a matter of fact, 5. So I think I've got a valid argument.
And like today, God love his soul. Today, I was in the pool. We were supposed to be at his mom's around 5:30.
No,
3:30.
3:30. There's no around. See, she adds those words in there.
Well, she said around 3:30.
3:30.
And at like 3 o'clock, I was going to get in the shower.
No, it's 2:56 because I had to give you 34 minutes.
He told me I had 34 minutes to get ready.
And I said, really, it's less than that because we're supposed to be there at 3:30.
And I did it.
She did it.
I look rough, but I did it.
It happened. But yeah, when it comes to that, we're kind of polar opposites.
Our store opens at 10 and I leave the house at 5 till. Maybe.
Yeah. It tells me on our Life 360 app when she gets to work. 10 is not normally the time. There's normally a couple of numbers after that. What were we talking about?
I don't even remember. The car chase.
Yes, the car chase.
Yeah, I went into the doctor's office. Back to that. I went into the doctor's office and I was like, we have an appointment. And I told them birth mom's name and they looked it up and said, yes, we was at the right place. So I talked with them for a minute and then they have a nurse who is kind of over the clinic that we're going to. And she deals with the adoptions through that clinic. So she wanted to meet me. So I go and meet her. I sit in her office. We chit chat for a minute. I go back out to the car. We're still waiting on them. I was starting to panic, but they got there and we had plenty of time. We had left early enough that
Yeah, we had left plenty
they
of
had
time.
time. But we were there a good solid 20, 25 minutes before they
I
ever
was getting
showed up
nervous.
because they drove around, bless their soul, and was just looking for us. But I mean, we didn't know what else to do besides go straight to the doctor's appointment. But y'all hearing that heartbeat?
What was it 140 beats a minute?
142, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
I think it was 142 because we said over 140 meant girl.
See, Stacey knew what this tool was.
The Doppler.
The Doppler. She knew what that was. I had no idea what that was. So I was just sitting there just waiting, and then I started hearing it. I'm like, I know what that is.
I saw the doctor go and get it out of the drawer, and when he did, I couldn't even sit down. Like I stood up and Dylan was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was about to knock Dylan over to get like closer to it. I guess I thought I wasn't gonna be able to hear it from a distance. I don't know. I think
But
I
you
just
can.
got really nervous. But he was so kind. He let us hear the heartbeat. He was listening to it and everything, and then he also asked if we had any children, if we had done adoption before, was what he said first. And I told him no, this was our first. And then he asked Dylan if we had any children, and we told him no, that this would be our first. And so he turned it back on and turned it up like as loud as it would go and let us record it. So we got like a solid minute of hearing the heartbeat for the first time, which is
Yeah, we got that
awesome.
as our own separate video, and It's just, I can't even describe it.
They were so kind to us at that doctor. I mean,
Everybody was.
Yes.
The doctors, the nurses, everybody. And they understood that it was our first time, doing all this and kind of learning the process. And they talked us through it and said we had any questions to just call them directly. They've kind of already set up next time we go up there, we kind of set up we'll call it like a meeting. But the hospital is actually just right down the road from the doctor's office. So we go down there and they're going to arrange like us to be able to walk around and kind of see where we're going. So
when we get there, the nerves won't be so high because we'll just get a call just as if we went into labor here. I mean, we won't know until she's in labor. So we're going to have an 8-hour drive to get there. So they said that it would just help to kind of show us the process of where we go when we get there and show us where the rooms are and all that kind of stuff.
Give us kind of like a little bit of a game plan.
Yeah.
So when we get there, we're not just like running around trying to find people
Figure it
and
out.
figure out where we've been going.
Because we have no idea. And they did tell us that the hospital that they use is smaller. So it's not a huge center because the town's big. So it's a larger city that we're going to. So it was comforting to know that we'll be in a smaller facility where it's not so large and so overwhelming for us. But let's talk about that ultrasound. Let's talk about seeing that baby for the first time.
Oh, like I kind of mentioned earlier, I think the ultrasound tech, she was saying all kinds of stuff, having conversations with Stacey. I never heard a word she said. As soon as that thing came on the monitor, I don't know. I just watched that the entire time.
She told us out in the waiting room. So we all went back out into the waiting room, and then she came and got birth mom and took her back and kind of done some of the preliminary stuff first. She said the boring stuff is how the ultrasound tech
that's how she worded it. Yeah.
She was going to get some of the boring stuff out of the way. So her and birth mom went back, and then she came and got us, and we was able to go back in the room. And on the way in, she said, "You've got an active one." She said, "You guys are going to have your hands full." And so sure enough, when we got back there, she was not still. No part of her.
Oh, no. More or less like doing gymnastics inside of her belly.
Was bouncing around.
She would have, what would you call that? Was that kind of like a Doppler thing too for the ultrasound?
Yeah.
So she would like move it around and she'd be like, "Here's the head," and then it would just disappear because she'd be moving around, and she's moved to the other side of her belly now. And
Wendy asked me, she said, Wendy called it a he, but she said, "Did he have a lot of hair and in the pictures?" And I'm like, honestly, I was so overwhelmed, first of all, and just so emotional that I didn't pay that close of attention. And second of all, I couldn't tell because nothing was still long enough.
Oh, no, she was very active. Of course, at the time we didn't know that. We're just like, a super active baby. We could tell right after she had told us that. She kind of gave us that disclaimer and apologized for it taking longer. We're like, as long as it's happy,
we're here,
happy, healthy, that's fine.
We got in the room and we told her as soon as on the way back to the room, I told her, I said, if we can help from it, we don't want to know the gender. We've approached this whole thing that it's not about us. It's about birth mom. So, we have tried to let her take the lead on everything, but if she's okay with it, we don't want to know. And she goes, "No problem." So, when we got started, she goes, "Y'all better close your eyes here." Well, I didn't know she was talking to us.
I had mine sealed. I immediately sealed my eyes.
So I had my head down though, and I was looking at birth mom. So I missed it all, but then I look over and Dylan's like got his eyes closed whenever she said you can open them. And I was like, oh, she was talking to us. So I very well could have ruined it for myself, but thank goodness I was looking at mom and not
I'm glad you were looking
screen.
Down. Yeah.
Because I totally missed that we were supposed to close our eyes. I don't know who I thought she was talking to, but it was just one of those moments that I don't pay attention. I listen, but I don't hear.
Well, so we were in the waiting room for quite a while, just, with birth mom going in and out of getting tests and all that kind of stuff, just make sure everything's okay. And she had her other son there with her also, and we kind of talked about basketball, and there was a magazine there, and we kind of went through a couple different things. And while we were sitting there, he looked over at me and he said, "How old are you?" I guess you guys can see where this is going. So I'm like, well, I'm 25 years old. And he looks over at Stacey and says, "Now, how old are you?"
We tell y'all every time. I go, "I'm 45." Because I don't know he's asked Dylan that. I wasn't.
She didn't pick up that part of the conversation. I knew what he was doing. I could see it in his little head turning. I knew what he was doing. And he's doing that math, and he's like, "Wait a second." He's like, "So you guys are 20 years apart?" I'm like, "You got it." He's like, "And you're married?" I'm like, Yep, that's right. Yep,
That happens.
yep, that happens. That happened. So we thought that was hilarious because that hasn't happened with adults in a very long time. But he put that together and
At
was like,
9.
yeah, at 9
He's
years old.
9.
Yeah, you know that like that meme from that what is it, the Hangover movie where they're trying to win all those chips back at the end of the movie.
Oh,
and
yeah.
all you see is the bunch of numbers
The
like floating
numbers
around
and
in his
things.
head, and you're trying to add it all up. That's how I could see his head turning,
All
and
like
I'm
the
like,
science experiment looking thing.
yep, and I could just see his head turning, and I'm like, he's about to figure this out that we're 20 years apart.
And didn't he go, all right, or something like
He goes,
that?
well, okay.
Yeah, well, okay. And Dylan was like, that's the reaction we're always waiting for.
Yep, that's the one. That's
That's
the one.
You got it, dude. He absolutely, her son absolutely fell head over heels for Dylan. Like, instantly bonded. Y'all just completely hit it off.
Yep, he was all about it. He, like I said, he found a magazine about basketball. It's like a NBA magazine. He would just go through each page and flip it over. Then he wanted me to tell him who the players were and who they played for and everything.
Of course,
like
was
that.
right up your alley.
Oh,
Because
yeah, which I can.
You're a sports guy.
Which I can name all of them off. You know, no problem. And I don't know, just something about it. Yeah, we had a good connection there from the jump, really.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was awesome. We went out and ate dinner. When we got done, we went and ate a Chinese buffet, so that was really good, and the food was amazing. She had already told me that they eat there quite a bit, so I had told her that Dylan and I both love Chinese and we would love to go there. Well, her son, we didn't know, but that was his favorite place to go also. So as soon as we asked him what they wanted for dinner, he was all about it.
Oh yeah, he was on the same page, and everybody was very happy with
Yeah.
us picking that.
So we all went there and had dinner and got to hang out for a little while and just get to know him a little better, just kind of talk to him. And it was more of a laid back atmosphere. All the nerves, I think, at that point were gone.
It was more building friendships at that point as opposed to the, I don't want to call it weirdness, but like the
awkward
stage.
Because it is, I mean, it is awkward. You're
definitely, we went from just, Facebook chatting to,
here we are at your house, like showing up. So dinner was awesome. It was a nice experience. And then they went back to their house and we went to our hotel room and just, that was good for that night. She was wanting to rest. Of course, she's tired and she wanted to rest and all. And we did get tickled because Dylan and I are like early to bed, early to rise. We don't stay up late.
No. And the times that we do when we stay up, I'm using quotations.
Yeah, if you can see us now.
One of these days when we have video, you're going to see me. I'm just going to look at the camera and just kind of do like Jim from The Office. But we're sitting in bed if it's anything past like 10 o'clock. Like if it's past 10 o'clock, we're only up because we're laying in bed on our phones or watching TV or something like that. Not very special occasion-y. So,
and she actually called us that night at it was after 10. And wanted us to come back over and hang out. And I was like, honey, we're already in the bed. Like, we'll come back in the morning.
I think my exact response, you said, she wants us to come over. And I'm like, now? I'm like,
it's the middle of the night.
As I'm laying in bed, I'm like,
So we told her, we was like, we're already in bed, but we'll love to come on. We would love to come over in the morning. Well, they're not early risers. So, but we did, Dylan and I got up that morning and was able to go down to the hotel lobby and have some coffee and stuff. And then we did go by and take them breakfast before we left. So we did get to see them again and tell them bye. We're going to try to go back in October to go with her to her appointment. I would love to go to all of them. I know we would love to be at all of them, but
definitely.
It was a 2-day, no matter how you chopped it up, it was a 2-day trip. It was 16 hours there and back. And so I just told her, she wanted us to come for the next one again, but I just told her, I said, we can't. Number one, Dylan can't miss work. We're trying to save all of his days for when the baby's born so he doesn't have to come home from Arkansas while we're waiting to get into court. So we're trying to save his days. And, I told her, I said, we can't come to that one, but we'll come to the next one because that's going to split it right down the middle. We're going to see her and then 2 months before baby comes again. And then we'll get to see her when baby comes. So that'll be good. We still get to talk to her every day. We send videos. We was sending pictures back and forth all day today. So we definitely have so far an amazing relationship with her. Our trip just kind of sealed the deal, I felt like. And just, it eased my heart to know we're doing what God's leading us to do.
It kind of reassured everything for me
that
this is what we're supposed to be doing. And we couldn't have asked for anyone better.
No, it was amazing. I've heard story after story that's, not the best experience with any type of adoption. with birth parents, but so far ours has been just easy. I mean,
there's no other word to use for that. It's just been
God's led the way. I mean, he
has. Yep.
And opened doors for us that we never even dreamed of. I said, I feel like more so than adopting a baby, and because that part still doesn't feel completely real. Like, I know we're prepping for it and I know we're getting ready and we're so excited, but it still feels so far away. But now I feel like we have a whole nother family that
yes,
we have
Yeah.
adopted.
It,
I don't
we
know
really
how
have.
else to say it.
Yeah, it's just a whole new set of just family and friends. And
For those of you who are better with words than me, don't come at me saying that I'm adopting the birth mom and stuff like that, because that's not what I mean. But it is. It's like we just have this whole new family that I just love them.
it's just been a really nice bond. We've
Yes.
already kind of sealed all that.
Yeah, it's great. So it was just the best experience. We came home and we were both all the way home just on cloud nine. I mean, we were just tickled to death. And we got away for a day, which was awesome because things have been so busy here. After dinner with her, we went and walked around the mall and we went bowling, played some arcade games.
Yeah, like actually kind of went out on a date.
We haven't done
just the two of
that
us.
in
Been a while.
forever.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Which felt nice because it was our anniversary week. So we did get to spend a little bit of time together there. Just the way God works. Our anniversary and her birthday is the same day.
Yeah, we found that out on the day of the appointment. We were sitting in the waiting room and kind of figured all that out, and I had no idea either.
So that was really cool to see that, that her birthday was the day that we got married. So that kind of was just another little God wink there to me. But it was nice. We got to spend some one-on-one time together, and we actually had fun. Like,
oh yeah,
had a blast at the bowling alley.
Yeah, we had just fun the entire time, the entire trip.
I think my cheeks literally hurt from like smiling so much. But it was a blast. So then we came home and, like I said, topped it off with the gender reveal and spent all of the time with the family. And it's been the best 2 weeks, y'all. It
really
been
has.
the best 2 weeks.
There's no better way to put it than that right there. So
it's like I said on our post, this year's been the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, but the highs are good.
Definitely in the highest of highs right now.
That's right. That's right. So came home, had our gender reveal. The night of our gender reveal, finding out it was a girl, I ordered my wallpaper. If you know me, I always have a project. So I had wallpaper picked out, boy or girl. So got my wallpaper ordered.
Which wallpaper anymore is not what you guys think it is. It is a very strong, sticky, like laminate kind of thing. Like
almost like vinyl that I use
for vinyl,
decals and stuff.
Yep. That's how you stick it on the wall now.
I said good marriage exercise or before you marry somebody. I'd posted the meme, which was funny, that said like, before you get married, how does it say?
It says, before you marry a person, you should first make them use a computer and with slow internet to see who they really are.
Okay, well, what you really should do is decide to wallpaper a wall together that the paper has to match up at the seams.
Yeah, you can't just put it on the wall.
It was hilarious. We put it up Friday night, but we got along. We didn't argue at all.
Yeah, not at all. No, it worked out really well.
Dylan's head was about to explode because he wanted to, as he said, put the scissors through the wall.
Yeah, so the wall's not even. So it's like it was very hard to line it all up and get it all looking nice. So.
All I told him about a quarter of the way through was be thankful I didn't end up picking the stripes because I had a striped wallpaper in my cart for a boy.
Yeah, so it kind of worked out.
That would have been bad because our wall is really off square. But we got it up, and knowing that we just moved in, I had that bedroom painted a different color. So when it was the nursery, it didn't have to be repainted. Well, guys.
So we are going to repaint the room.
It doesn't match my wallpaper. I mean,
yes, we're going to do what did you call it? It's not pink. It's not cream. It's like
not blush. It's not coral.
I didn't know these were colors, guys. So
it's kind of like a blushy ivory coral color. It's a weird color. That's why we got to paint the walls.
Yeah, that's a color. Yep, you heard that here first.
But we already got the wallpaper up. Dad said he was going to help. My dad said he was going to help paint the nursery.
Yep. We'll get it all done one way or the other. But
so we got the furniture built.
Yep, furniture's all up, crib's all built and everything. It's just waiting in there and waiting for Charlie.
So we're going to be ready to go. My goal is we need everything to be done before October because once October hits for my season at the store, it is absolutely insane. I'm never home.
Super busy.
Yeah.
So even busier than we are now.
He kind of gave me the look whenever he said that. So we want to have everything done before October, so we're not stressing about getting that ready. If something was to happen and her go early, we don't want to worry about that when we come home. We're going to have plenty to worry about because we're going to have to be gone for a while. So we just want to come home and it all be ready. So we are probably jumping ahead of the game just a little bit on getting all that done, but it's okay.
Better be prepared now than
That's right.
not when Charlie comes. So
Closet full of clothes. We've already bought a closet full of clothes. I've got them washed, hung up, organized, all except we just picked up a tote and a bag from his mom's tonight.
Oh yeah, so we got a couple more totes to sift through now.
Oh, so we bought a stack of girl clothes. Mom and I did a week after we matched, and we've been hauling them around in her car because I didn't want to bring them in and jinx anything for it to be a girl. So I was finally able to bring them in 3 months later and get them washed.
Even though I was telling her from the jump, I said it's a girl.
And you also know we embroidery. So Mom, what day was it she came to the store? Wednesday? No, Thursday. She was like, told us basically to get out of her way because she had to start putting Charlie on everything. So I've already brought home 4 or 5 things that's personalized.
No, I think so. Something like that.
We're just getting started. We've got a huge bag at the store full of stuff to put her name on. Mom's got a bag in her car to put her name on. But the cutest thing we got, and we'll post a picture of this too, is tell them about your cheese head. Oh my gosh, y'all.
So, like we kind of talked about in the first one, huge Green Bay Packer fan. Huge Packer fan. So they have the ability to make a custom cheese head, which is what all the Packer fans wear, full-size cheese head, but they've got one that you can get for a baby.
Oh, it's the cutest little thing I've ever seen.
And it says Charlie across the back in that dark green and everything. It's the greatest thing you'll ever see. So we'll definitely post a picture of that as well.
Maybe we should post a picture of that with her 300 Packers outfits that you've got.
Yes. There's nothing wrong with that. I've
him.
already been told that I've been booted from the regular closet. I have to keep them downstairs in the Packer room.
I told him that he better not bring her to work every day because he's going to drop her off at my work when he goes to work. That he better not bring her in a Packers outfit every single day.
Absolutely. It's already going to happen.
We already know it. She'll be showing up in her little cheese head every day.
So I think we have time for maybe one more story.
Oh, no.
So
I know what you're going to tell, guys.
I'm going to let you tell it. And then I'm just going to give the real depiction of what happened.
Are you wanting the one where I was getting ready the next morning?
Yes.
I knew.
Yes.
I knew.
Let the audience hear this one.
How long have you been since that day, I'm assuming?
It's in bold on my podcast notes because I'm so excited about hearing it. So the floor is yours, Stacey. Have at it.
All right, so y'all know I'm crazy. I've already told y'all I don't ever have it together. I fly by the seat of my pants, right? Okay, so this is leading up to it. I have a grab and go bag is basically with all of my overnight stuff in it that whenever we're going somewhere, I just throw it in my suitcase. It has travel size stuff of shampoo, mousse, dry shampoo, toothpaste, all the essentials.
All the things that are labeled.
Yeah, they are. They're little travel sizes. Well, quit grinning. I wish y'all could see how he's looking at me. He's literally holding it in. So we go to the appointment. We go to eat dinner. We go to the mall. I take a shower when we get home. Back to the room. I crash. I get up the next morning and I decide I'm not going to shower again because I just showered the night before. I'm just going to pull my hair up in a ponytail. We're literally driving home and going to the drive-in because we both wanted to see Twisters. It was the last night for it to be on.
Yes.
So I knew it was just a ponytail kind of day. No need to fix my hair, right? So I start putting dry shampoo in my hair because I've slept on it wet. It needs some dry shampoo. I spray it and it gets greasier and greasier and greasier.
Y'all see where this is going?
So instead of being like any other normal person, stopping and looking at the can to see what it is, I shake it up again and I
add some more.
Spray it again. And Dylan comes by the bathroom door and I'm like, my hair is so greasy. I don't know what's wrong with this dry shampoo. And about the time I say that, it clicks with me.
Light bulb.
Y'all, I had deodorant. Spray deodorant.
She was spraying a whole can.
And
spray
I used
deodorant.
the whole can.
Oh yeah, top to bottom. So I didn't think anything of it because you should see this girl when she puts hairspray on. Like it's more on the walls than in her hair. But regardless, I didn't think anything of it. And she comes out there and she's like, "What?" I wish you could see. Like she's like wiping her face. Like there's something all over my face and my hair. And she goes,
if y'all know me, you know I'm pouring sweat because now I'm upset. Things aren't going right.
Yep. She doesn't stink though. So definitely does not stink. So she puts the entire can of deodorant in her hair and just rolls with it.
He said, "Do you need to like shower again?" I was like, "We don't have time to shower again. Now we got to go to Birth Moms. We're taking breakfast. We got to go.
So the entire time that we were, going anywhere, doing anything, start sweating outside, anything, I said, "Well, we are covered. Don't worry. We're not going to stink."
So if you ever lesson learned, if you ever make the mistake and you accidentally put deodorant in your hair instead of dry shampoo, hitting it with a blow dryer and adding a little dry shampoo on top of it will soak that right up. It was fine. Probably one of the best ponytail days I've ever had.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, I saved that one for the end just for that because I knew. Now, whoever stayed throughout the entire podcast will have a good laugh. So,
yeah, when y'all send a message, I want y'all to be sure to let us know if you heard about the deodorant.
Yeah, this will let us know just how far you made it in the podcast.
I threw the empty can away just so there was no confusion.
Empty can, yeah, brand new can.
In my defense, I had gotten a lot of that when we got married because the girls all did me the big bag full of stuff for our honeymoon. Mm. And it was Dove. And I had Dove dry shampoo too. I just grabbed the wrong one. I had deodorant and dry shampoo. I didn't know that. Yeah, so honest mistake.
Honest mistake, yeah. Deodorant, shampoo. It looks pretty close. They're kind of spelled the same. So
who has time to read a label? See, this is how we operate.
Clearly not us. So I think it's gonna be. But
that was probably one of the dumbest things I've ever done, but it was also one of the most Stacey things I've ever done.
I thought it was hilarious, and I reminded her of it the entire way home. And I said,
"Did you smell something?"
Yeah. I said, "I smell something. I smell something. It smells like a lot of deodorant. It definitely doesn't stink."
No, I smelled good. But at the drive-in, I mean, sweating, no issue whatsoever.
But I guess that's kind of where we can wrap it up.
Yeah, episode 2, we're done. I've really looked forward to this one.
And it really flew by. I didn't know just the topics that we had picked out. I was like, I don't know if that'll make it for 40 minutes, but I think we're actually longer.
I'm sure we're longer than that now.
Well, longer than our last one. So
I'm just going to tell y'all that they're probably going to get longer and longer because I talk a lot.
Yeah, both of us are kind of just start talking when you should see us on the couch at night. I mean, it's just, but we just have conversations and they just keep on going.
Go way off into left field.
Yep, never know.
So, yeah, thanks. I hope y'all stuck around. I mean, I think this has been a fun one. I couldn't wait to recap all of this with you. This was a good one because I was excited to talk about our trip. I was excited to talk about meeting Birth Mom, and
this is a big moment for us. Mm-hmm. It's a big time.
2 weeks.
So definitely gonna be one we want to look back on and listen to, and in the future also.
So. Cannot wait.
And maybe one day we'll have Charlie listening to us and talking on here as well.
Yes. If we're, oh my gosh.
But anyway, guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. So as always, it'll be on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, YouTube, all that good stuff. And of course, follow us on Facebook, and we'll keep all the updates there. We'll start posting all the videos from the gender reveal and anything else funny along the way that might happen. We got a couple videos and stuff up there right now of our dog Stitch swimming in the pool and refusing to get out. And
I've got a new one to share with you guys. That's him and his new life jacket too. So, I'll throw that one up there.
We'll have all kinds of stuff. But anyways, guys, we really appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. And
thank y'all so much.
We'll catch you in the next one.
2 weeks.
Yep, 2 weeks.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Bye, guys.
See y'all later.